So let's talk now about when exercise does trigger a headache and why that can happen. So one of the things might be that you're overdoing it. You're going too hard too soon, or you're going too long, you're increasing your blood pressure, you're pushing your body beyond its capabilities. You might be lifting a weight that's too heavy, or you might be doing too much upper body work, and your weak muscles, especially in your neck, it's just too much pressure. It's loading up the muscles, loading up the nervous system, increasing that sensitization and pushing you into across your threshold and into an attack. Sometimes it's impact. So if you've got neck issues or joint issues and you're jogging or running, and that impact going through your joints is creating the nerves are firing, and that's making the nervous system more sensitive. Sometimes it's just your environment. So it might be too hot, too noisy, too bright. So I have a lot of my clients come in that say they just can't go to the gym and do spin classes, especially in the evenings when they have all the bright lights on and a lot of noise. It's just too stimulating. Sometimes it's just weakness. So as I said before, if you're taking up a sport, or it might be a seasonal sport like tennis, where you've had the whole season off and you're getting straight into competition, and you're not doing like a warm-up season or training, pre-season conditioning, and you're just going for it, really competitive, too much pressure, too much load, and again, we're increasing the sensitivity of the nervous system. And then the last thing on the list there, it might just be your posture. So I see this a lot with bike riding. People, they're leaning over to hold on to their handles and they're sticking their head forward. And this position is compressing the upper neck, compressing the spine, triggering those nerves to fire, and again, increasing the sensitivity of the brainstem. So they're all reasons that exercise can create a migraine attack. So we need to be really careful to just tune in and make sure we're not doing any of those. So always remember, the benefits do outweigh the negatives. So really important with exercise, just getting out and doing anything, as long as we're careful, we should be able to avoid pushing ourselves into that migraine attack, and therefore getting all those amazing benefits, not only the serotonin benefits, but all those other health benefits as well. So here's my top tips for preventing exercise-induced headache. So making sure you're hydrated. So always making sure you're drinking plenty of water throughout the day. And we've got a whole lecture on that. Having some protein 90 minutes before you exercise. Starting slow. So I've mentioned that already. Making sure you always warm up and cool down. So lots of people, we're rushing around, we're too busy, we just get there and get straight into it. But really, really important to warm up and cool down. Be aware of your posture when exercising, particularly that head posture. And really important to listen to your body. You need to be flexible with what you're going to do each day. So you don't want to be very fixated. This is Monday. On Monday, I do this. You've got to just go with the flow. If you wake up and Monday's not a great day for you, just try to do your minimum, your bad day program. So really making sure you're being flexible, but not doing nothing also. Always, every day, trying to do a little bit of movement. It might not be, getting out there and doing your aerobic exercise, but just doing a little bit of movement is really important. Important also to stay cool during your workout and choosing the right exercises for you. If you're not sure, check with your physiotherapist. We can design programs for you and make sure you're on the right track. And when you're starting off, it might be worth trying something that's less physical, like yoga and Pilates, building up some strength first before you jump into taking up a sport like tennis, for example. So the exercise that I see most that triggers a migraine attack are the competitive ones like CrossFit and boot camp. And this is due to the intensity and the muscle requirements, but it's due to the competitive nature of it as well. So often you're overdoing it. You're doing things that you really shouldn't be doing just because you want to get, your name on the board, or you want to, it's that competitive environment. So just being really aware of that. If you do enjoy those kind of exercises, then just you do have to tune in, you do have to be able to say no, and you do have to be able to pull back if your body is telling you that that's what it needs. There is some interesting studies on high intensity interval training, and known as HIIT training, and they do show that the HIIT training workouts, which are really short, quick little workouts, could actually be more beneficial than the moderate intensity exercise workouts. But due to our predisposition to having exercise-induced attacks, I still recommend that more moderate intensity exercise, the 30 minutes, the brisk walk, the gentle jog, that sort of thing, as a first type of exercise to try. And then certainly once you're getting into it and you're getting stronger, we can prescribe a HIIT program later on down the track.